Guys, I'm going to tell you how an old coin and a new coin together are going to make you rich in this episode. Now, you bought all these coins, including meme coins that were supposed to go 100x or 1000x. Have they? You bought all these utility coins that were supposed to go 100x and 1000x. Have they? The only coins that really have consistently gone up 100x or 1000x are some very, very rare utility coins in the beginning. Utility coins like Bitcoin is a utility coin. Ethereum, it is actually a utility coin. But you had to hold them for 5 years or 10 years. Is there any coin, and technology is supposed to make you rich, not in 10 years, but in a year or two is fair. If you can get rich in a month, that's fantastic, that's fabulous. But getting rich in a year or two is pretty reasonable, isn't it? And technology is supposed to let you do that, except all these coins that were supposed to make you thousands of X return have failed. Look at huge guys. I'm not even going to talk about meme coins because obviously they get rugged, they dump, they do all sorts of stuff. But look at these big coins that actually make money. $2 billion a year of profit. $2 billion a year of profit in Uniswap. About $500 million of profit from DYDX. $500 million of profit in websites like DYDX. And yet you look at Unicoin, it dumped. You look at DYDX coin, it dumps. Why would you even buy these coins when you're buying these coins, you're giving your money to the developers so that they can use your money, they can dump their coins on you so that they convert that into money, and they take that money and they use the money so that they build Uniswap, they build DYDX, or they build whatever app they're building, they build whatever project they're building, and then when it's finally live and when it finally makes $1 million every 3 days, nobody buys back their coins. They're not buying back their coins. So why would you buy their coins from them? Stocks, how stocks work, when you buy a stock and the company knows that they're going to do really, really well, guess what? They're going to buy their stock back. They buy their stock back from the open market. They're like, hey, this year we're going to make a shit ton of money, and these hedge funds and this guy and that guy has our stock for sale, is selling our stock. I'm going to buy it. And then other companies are like, well, this quarter we made a ton of money, so let's just give our shareholders a dividend. So if you're holding a couple hundred shares of a stock, what's a recent stock that announced dividends? You literally get a paycheck. That's like, here's $7,000, sir, because you're one of our valued shareholders. Well, nobody's doing that. I'm going to tell you about an old coin and a new coin that's going to make you rich. And I'm going to tell you how that's going to happen. Then I'm going to put the link to details in the comments and the description of this YouTube. So I know when you're on your smartphone, you don't see the description text. Click for more info and get the description, view the description box for this video. Tinder makes $500 billion a year. Is that right? 500 million? It's just a stupid ass number. I worked it out to where I guess I'm gonna pause the video. Hold on. Yeah, they make $2 billion a year. Tinder makes $2 billion a year. Imagine if Tinder had a coin. And you owned not even 1%, 1/10 of 1%. If there was 1,000 coins, let's just say you owned one Tinder coin. And they said, hey, you're one of our investors. So what we're going to do, since you own 1/1000th of our shares, and we made $2 billion, we're just going to give you, as a payout, as a disbursement, as a dividend, 1/10 of 1% of the money we made last year. You know how much 1/10 of 1% of $2 billion is? That's $2 million. $2 million. That would be like Tinder giving you $2 million a year. That'd be just about $200,000 a month. Imagine $200,000 a month. It's about how much athletes make, right? Really good athletes. Or do they make more than $2 million a year? Some athletes make more than $2 million a year. Anyway, it's a lot of money. And crypto can do that, but everybody in crypto is stupid. They invest in projects that have no way of paying them back. The only person that actually did this was, and did this well, was CZ. And we know what happened to him. He's in court awaiting jail sentencing or something. What he did was he issued BNB coin, and if you bought BNB coin, he'd use it to pay for engineers. And then when he started making more money, he would buy back BNB coin and then he would burn it. So there's less and less BNB coin going around, and so the value went up, and it went up 1,000 times or 10,000 times. It's pretty nice, isn't it? So now I'm going to tell you about an old coin and a new coin that's going to make you rich. $2 billion a year in profit for Tinder. You know how much sports betting makes? The sports betting industry makes $2 billion is nothing. 20 billion, 200 billion. That's not even any. That's nothing. Tinder. You know who uses Tinder? It's like normal guys that can barely afford $30 a month. You know who does sports betting? Arab sheiks, Chinese like conglomerate CEOs. You know who does sports betting? All the people, all the belites from Bravos that go to the BWF forums are the ones that do sports betting. Trillions of dollars. So, what about military? You know Palantir. Palantir is doing military projections and military, they say they're doing city planning, right? Palantir says that they're doing, I should be over here so that I cover up all this bright light. Palantir says that they're doing civil planning help. What does that mean, civil planning? That means that if I were to drop a bomb on this civilian group, how many of the people would die and how much would it cost to rebuild the infrastructure and the roads and the buildings and the plumbing and the electricity? That's what they mean by civil infrastructure planning. It's planning on how to destroy the civilian population is what Palantir does, and they're making trillions of dollars in military contracts. I've told you about dating, Tinder. I've told you about sports betting. I've told you about military planning. All of these industries each require their own algorithm where you have to figure out, well, how do we accurately estimate and predict what's going to happen if I drop a bomb here? How do I accurately estimate and predict which team is going to win this match or this game? How do I accurately predict whether this male user and this female user of our dating app will actually be a good match, and in such a way that they come back and look for other and slightly better good matches? How do I predict whether these two people will have a good time together so that they won't curse this app, this hellish app, and never come back again? All requires a prediction algorithm. Finally, I'm going to tell you about an old coin and a new coin that's going to make you rich. The developers of FutureView, the FTR coin, the developers of FTR, Future Coin, have finally released their version 1.0 alpha. And I did some consulting with them, and it's a pain in the ass, literally a pain in the ass. This stuff is I studied calculus and linear algebra and physics and statistics. I studied all sorts of complex math. And my God, astrophysics level stuff. This is extremely heavy stuff. I felt my brain bulging out of my hair. There's like this bald spot in my head where my brain was bulging out when I was just doing some light consulting with these guys. Anyway, it works. It works, and it's freakishly scary. The algorithm that the Future Coin devs built can predict everything. It can predict who you're going to have kids with. It can predict when you're going to have kids. It can even predict when the kids are going to move out of the house. What? Well, that's nothing compared to predicting what two countries are going to go to war and what city is going to get bombed. What? I guess that's harder to do than predicting which two teams are going to fight and play in the playoffs or this match or that match, and which one's going to win and which one's going to lose. I guess that predicting that's not so much of a big deal because it's a coin toss. It's 50-50, right? But an algorithm that can do that, how much money do you think that's going to make? How much money do you think an algorithm that can do that is going to make? In all these industries, it's not just, hey, let's use this algorithm to make a little dating app that only makes $2 billion a year. No. Let's use this algorithm to make $2 billion a year in the dating industry. Let's use the same algorithm to help militaries bomb other. I'm sorry, it's going to happen. If you don't want to be involved in that, then don't. But it's going to happen anyway. So you might as well get rich while these guys kill each other. What's the sense? It's like something that's going to happen anyway. Do you want to get rich from it? Or something that's going to happen anyway and you're going to get poor from it? It's kind of a no-brainer to me, right? And then let's also make billions of dollars on forecasting and predictions in the sports betting industry. And then there's all sorts of other industries that require predictions. Some are locale specific. There are certain predictions. I wasn't going to go into this. I'll touch on this briefly. In Asia, in China, the wealthy families, the families with actual real money, they pay money to see. In the West, you don't do this, but in China, the real rich people, they pay money for predictions on when to make their actual wedding date, to when to make their actual corporate merger signing dates, when to actually set the date for a grand opening for a brand new regional office or a brand new retail store. They pay consultants to do this. If you go to Samsung, there's literally a guy that sits there, and he's called a Kwansang viewing guy. I'm getting ahead of myself, but there's all sorts of applications to where, in English, if I explain to you how this future coin app, future coin algorithm is going to make billions, you'd be like, huh? People pay for that? Yeah, people pay for that. So, military, dating, sports betting, and then there's dozens of other applications that are all billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industries over here that you've never heard of. Some of the future coin developers are Chinese, and so they know. And so there's summarized, you know how Sam Altman changed the world by introducing artificial intelligence? Well, the future coin devs are going to change the world again. This is no smaller than artificial intelligence itself. In fact, the only thing artificial intelligence cannot do accurately predict the future, precisely predict the future, is what the algorithm built by the future coin devs can do. If anything, if artificial intelligence is going to destroy the world, then I can't say the rest because AI is going to read all these transcripts and listen to all these videos and put everything in its memory and then send drones equipped with firing missiles. You see what I'm saying? So before a drone comes over here and just blasts this building, if it's going to happen anyway, shouldn't you get rich? How to do that? The old coin is future coin, and the old coin is being ported over, moved over to a brand new version 2 future coin, and you're going to get the same exact amount of old coin that you had proportionally with an airdrop of the new coin. And the new coin is moving over to the Linea network, and it's moving over to the Linea network because Actually, it's fast. It's fast, and there's the fee to do an airdrop is like nothing. Whereas the fee to do an airdrop on Ethereum, some people bought like $20 worth of future coin, and the fee to do an airdrop is like $7. Does that make sense? That's stupid. So, how do you get the new coin? It's not available yet. There's no. The only way to get the new coin is via a pre-sale, and the pre-sale wallet and the pre-sale details I'm going to put in the comments in the description of this YouTube video. Finally, you can get rich through the old future coin and the new future coin. Because as soon as these websites go live, as soon as they start taking clients, and as soon as they start getting paid, 80% of the money they make through crypto, they're going to accept crypto payments. 80% of that money is all going to go straight to you. And the developers are only going to keep 20% of that money. Think about what that means. If $1 trillion worth of crypto comes into future coin, that $1 trillion is going to get converted to Ethereum and just airdropped straight to you. Bam. How nice is that? Get rich, guys. Now, check the description in the comments.